Một, hai, ba, yo! We here on Mop Hai Ba Yo with Cory Bentley from Timmins, Ontario, Canada. What? Cory? Nói tiếng Việt không?
Yeah. Em có.
Nói tiếng Việt một chút, nói tiếng Việt nhiều, nói gì?
Em đang tự học tiếng Việt khoảng 2 năm rồi, nhưng anh vẫn phải học nhiều.
2 năm rồi. Nói tiếng Bắc không?
Yeah, trước em đã sống ở Hà Nội 1 năm, cho nên em vẫn dùng trong tiếng Bắc.
For those of you out there that may or may not speak Vietnamese, it's a complicated language. So there's the northern Vietnamese, Thanh Bắc, and then we got the Saigon style, the southern part of the country. Now, I was going to ask you, because you lived in Japan previously and you also learned Japanese, what would you say are the biggest differences between learning those two languages, and how did you learn them?
In fact, I would say that they're polar opposites. I learned Japanese a lot quicker because nobody speaks English in Japan, whereas everybody speaks English in Vietnam, so it's harder to learn it here. But Japanese, I would say, is extremely easy to speak. 5 vowels, no accents. A, I, U, E, O, Ka, Ki, Ku, Ke, Ko, Sa, Shi, Su, Se, so very flat. Vietnamese, you got the accents, you got it on top of single, double, and triple vowel sounds. It's a lot more complicated to speak.
Whoa, there's a lot going on. I need a drink before I learn any more about this stuff. Luckily for me, I have a passion fruit wheat ale right here from Pasteur. Have you been to Pasteur Street Brewing Company here?
I have.
Pasteur Street has multiple locations for their tap rooms around Ho Chi Minh City. This is one of the most flavorful beers that they've got. I think we should try one right now before you get into the intricacies of speaking Vietnamese. So,
Which we should.
and I think we
look
should.
at that.
Honestly, we should just champ on cham.
Speak about the devil. There we
Yeah.
go.
Ready? Mo hai ba yo. Mo champ on cham. And if we're gonna talk about learning Vietnamese, I gotta get loose. I'm not gonna lie.
Let's get
Kill a layer here.
It's very hot to sit next to Harry.
Yeah, hot boy, hot temperatures. For example, in Vietnamese, if I said to you, here's a lovely lady, her name is Ngọc, right? So Ngọc is the downward tone, but if you say it the wrong way, like Ngọc, do you know the difference between those two words?
Stupid.
One is pearl, Ngọc, and one is stupid, Ngọc. So, for instance, a friend of mine had a girlfriend named Ngọc, but he called her Ngọc for 6 months. I don't know why she hung out. Yeah, 2 or 3 years. Yeah, some people have done it longer. What are some interesting, you got it kind of wrong at the beginning and possibly offended somebody moments where you were learning Vietnamese? Can you think of any?
Oh man, I mean, like
There's plenty of opportunity to offend people. Don't worry.
I mean, there's a solid 6 different words with ma, M-A, right? So that's one of the first ones you run into.
Ma. Yeah.
So depending on whether you're ending every single sentence, in a lot of cases with a lot of girls like to say everything ma at the end of the down tone.
Oi, zoi, oi, café ma, which is like I had a coffee.
Come yo ah, even though they're talking to their cat, they'll add everything with ma at the
Let me
end.
say do. Don't be doing that.
And if you say the ma with a flat tone, you're talking about ghosts. So
Yeah, ghost, something a bit salty, and kind of a like add on. Oh, I went to the shop, kind of like that, right? Is there anything that specifically stands out, or
when I first lived in Hanoi, I lived on a street in Long Bien called
famous
Gap Tui.
bridge area?
Yeah, I
Yep.
used to go over there Long Bien Bridge all the time in Khao Chung Dung. But we lived on a street called Gap Tui,
Okay.
which was like one of the hardest streets I guess you can pronounce in Vietnamese. So for the first while when I was learning Vietnamese, I felt so frustrated because people asked me like, "Oh, where do you live?" And I say like, "Oh, I'm on Gap Tui." What? Gap Tui. What? Gap Tui. Ah, Gap Tui. I'm like, that's exactly what I said.
In Vietnamese, did you ever get this?
Come here.
The famous jazz hands that mean I don't understand. Did you ever get that one?
I don't understand.
I get
you
it
can't
like
do it.
every other day. 9 years. You ever get that one?
Got a few of those.
Did you get that more in Vietnam or in Japan?
No, so Japanese are extremely polite. Even if your Japanese sucks or they're offended, they won't let you know. They'll tell you,
They'll just
wow,
still face. Great.
your Japanese
Whatever
is
you said.
amazing.
Yep.
Mhm.
Whereas in Vietnam, they let you know.
They'll let you know you fucked up.
I don't understand. Come here, come here. Now, for example, I've seen the word pho. Does pho have different tones that can be interpreted in different ways?
Oh yeah, you can be a street, you can be a
One can
soup.
be something to do with real estate or housing, can't it? I think pho.
Streets, locations, buildings, especially like long streets or boulevards can be.
What tone would that be?
That would traditionally be with the uptone, I think.
So say it. Go ahead.
Yeah, like pho làm bien or pho.
What if you wanted to order the famous noodle soup?
Well, then you gotta combine the o hook, which is with the hoi tone, which is but also depends on the northern or southern accent. It's in north and in south.
Say pho for me right now.
Pho.
If you knew that there was a beer that had the name pho appear somewhere in that beer, would you drink it?
Absolutely.